Extra, extra. Hear all about it. The Rain had 2 home games. We're here to talk all about it. Buckle up. Here we go.
Roll that intro. Yep, the fade in and the fade out's back. Welcome back to episode 4 of season 2 of the Make It Rain podcast. Alongside Anthony Collazo from Mayor's Manor, I'm Joe O'Regan. The Rain played 2 games this week. We're here to break it down to you right here, right now. Anthony, how are we doing?
Joe, everybody watching the pod, I'm good, man. Rain played 2 games, now 1-2 at Toyota Arena. Nice to be back at the barn, as Joe would say.
Yep.
And I tell you what, these were 2 exciting games. I mean, I know you weren't there, Joe. You were in Bakersfield. Obviously, everyone knows this already. But
Womp womp.
I like this team this year. We'll get into it more as we go on. But this team is really exciting. It's youthful. It's fresh. There's content. There's substance. It's awesome. It's a fun team to watch.
The one thing we lacked last year is the one thing we really have this year is this team has youth and we actually have like something to talk about with these games.
Yeah.
The best thing ever. Like a kid on Christmas morning every time the Rain take the ice.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. It's just you have, it's not Hudon and it's not I'm gonna throw Malott out there because I don't think anyone thought Malott was going to be someone to get called up.
It's Hudon, it's not Riley Walsh, it's not all these backup guys. It certainly isn't Aaron Dell. Remember that from 2 years ago?
Yeah. No, yeah, this team, I mean, top to bottom, you just have guys, dude. Like, you have, like, Andre Lee, who's still, like, relevant in the system. Morgan Chromiak is still relevant in the system. Nelly, Connors, Wright. You go down and down. Ward, everyone.
Everybody. I mean,
it's awesome.
It's just all youthful. Like the Ontario Rain average age, according to Elite Prospects, was like 23 years old.
Yeah.
Which is a major. It takes, I think it took off like 2.5 years. Last year, I think it was 25 or 26 years old was the average age of the Ontario Rain. And this year it's 23. Like this team got younger by a substantial amount.
Yeah.
They actually are playing with a lot more energy as we saw these 2 games this week. And yeah, Friday's weekend. We're counting it. This weekend. So, 2 games for the Ontario Rain. We get to break right into it right now. We're going to first get into the Zamboni cleaning, even though we really don't have much to talk about. I mean, we literally spent 4 days or 3 days between recordings that nothing new has really popped up.
Yeah, first time in a while, we don't really have anything for the Zamboni cleaning.
Yeah. I mean, ice is still fresh. It's like going out there and just cleaning it up for the shootout at that rate. Like it's just gone. Bye. Nothing really to talk about. All that we get to talk about is the fact that the Ontario Rain played the Tucson Roadrunners two time this week, and we get to break it down to you right here, right now on episode 4 of season 2 / episode 36 of the Make It Rain podcast. Welcome back, folks. It is brought to you by Gowdy Law. We all know having a game plan is key when it comes to your family's future. Are you ready? Gowdy Law is here to help, specializing in estate planning. Gowdy Law ensures your loved ones are protected from losing a ton of money in time to probate when you pass away. Just like on the ice, preparation matters. Don't wait till the last minute to make the right play. Visit GowdyLaw.com today to start planning for the future. Get estate planning pricing and a free consultation right on their website. It's literally that simple. The price is right on their website. Gowdy Law, make estate planning easy, understandable, and affordable. As always, the link is in the description, or you can visit their offices in downtown Upland. And we're going to take the trip down the I-10 because roll that Rain Rapid recap music, baby. For the first time in 174 days, regular season hockey returns to the 909 as the Ontario Rain square off with the Tucson Roadrunners. And Ben McCartney scores 35 seconds into this one, and the Roadrunners take a 1-0 lead. But that does not last long, as we are still DRE with Andre Lee. He ties one up right off the draw, and literally while he scores it, while everything goes down, Dodi and Onyebuchi, round 5, volume 5, I don't even know how to say sequel to the 5th. That happened. Doty won. Duh. All right, moving on. And just a few minutes later, you can see the number. It's kind of old, and this is kind of a rickety jersey. But hey, Francesco Pinelli, he reminds Matty V to close his legs. The Ontario Reign take a 2-1 lead. In the middle frame, Sammy Walker gets Tucson even on the man advantage. But two things. Why is Eric Portillo making a 120-foot pass? And number two, we are jamming. I want to Yamson with you. He scores, gets the Reign ahead on the power play, and gives them a 3-2 advantage. Yes, plan to parade down concourse.
The Reign scored on a power play, folks.
And in the final frame, Owen Allard, the guy we talked about on Friday, ties it up. But real deal, Akil Thomas ties it up. Or actually, no, gives the Reign the lead on an absolute beauty, turned Tucson into some traffic cones. But in the Reign won, nope, psych. Kevin Rooney scores with 22 seconds left, and in typical Reign fashion, it feels like in overtime they lose on a Sammy Walker tip-in goal, and the Reign squander this one by the final of 5-4. My gosh, that was a lot of words.
You good, man?
Yes. My face is definitely red right now. All right. Rolling into this one. Let's break down the highlights in this game. 35 seconds in. Let's just get red hot. Cameron Hebig feeds the middle, and, well, shocker, Ben McCartney. I mean, you talk about perfect spot at the perfect time. Cameron Hebig was an all-star last year, kicks it right to him, right in the middle, and beats Eric Portillo glove side. 1-0 Tucson. Reign get even off the draw. Keel Thomas, Andre Lee, top left corner. And then, I swear, pause this real quick. I mean, like, my roommates had to have been figuring what the heck was going on with Joe when this happened. Because I was like, we scored. Yeah. What the heck? We're fighting. Turn the lights back on.
Did you see the fight before the lights went off? Or, like, did you see it when the lights were off? Or
come off. I just saw 4 gloves drop to the ice. And I'm like, we have a fight. We have a fight. And I didn't know who it was at the time. I was thinking, I'm like, oh, it's probably Doty and Onyebuchi. And then I see the lights are off, and I can barely see Doty's bald head through the darkness. And I'm like, yes, turn the lights back on. Turn them on.
No, yeah, like
ever.
He scored a goal, and then the lights are off, and they start going. And I was sitting next to my boss at Mayor's Manor, John Hoven, because I didn't have a seat in the press box because he didn't hook me up saying that I was going to be at these games. He just gave me a press pass, which
womp womp.
You have to tell, like, it used to be Shaft, now Cam, super nice guy, by the way, love Cam. That you got to be like you're going to be at the game, and then they give you like a seat, right? So I'm sitting next to Hoven in the little skybox, and the crowd goes crazy for the goal, and then there's like a second kind of crowd pop a little bit. It's like like a second pop, and me and John look up, and then I started I go, oh my gosh, no way. And he goes, why is everyone kind of and I'm like, you have to understand, bro. Like, Jacob Doty and Montana Onyebuchi go at it all the time.
It's the 5th time they've gone at it. And Jacob Doty, at least in my judge's scorecard here, is
hasn't lost.
Undefeated with a record. I'm sorry. I'm just
having too much fun with the
I'm having too much
fun
sound
pads.
With the sound pads. Yeah, this is the best thing ever. So Jacob Doty handles Onyebuchi, goes to 4-0-1. The winner by unanimous decision and knocking him to the ice, Jacob Doty. And they each receive 5 minutes for fighting after. All right, you can turn the horn off.
All right, into 1-1 tie. If you forgot, 1-1 tie going into the next goal.
1 goal. Francesco Pinelli in a 2-on-1. It's him. And is that Jared Wright? I believe it is.
Yeah.
Pinelli looks, pulls back, catches Matty V asleep. Or as Cam McGuire says, Matty Velada. Not a good look for your first game announcing, by the way. Regular season.
Also saying Kusanov. I was like,
Kusanov. I mean, there are a lot of pronunciation questions because Jeff Pope, yes, they did cut down to Jeff Pope during the pregame stuff. He said Cole Jutman instead of Gutman, which if it's Jutman,
No,
oh boy,
no way, it's Gutman. No way, it's Gutman.
I would be inclined to think it's Gutman.
You know what's cool that what they started doing? Speaking of Pope and Cam,
Mhm.
in game 2, and we'll get there eventually. But in game 2, there was a couple of like penalties, and Cam stayed quiet, and the broadcast kind of like upped the voice of Pope so that when he's announcing the penalties, you can hear it on the broadcast.
You could
That
hear
was cool.
You could also hear the goals better too. Because
Yeah.
I remember it was, let me see, was it the second goal where Jack Millar got an assist?
In game 1 or game 2?
Game 2.
Game 2.
From-
Millar got the assist. Yeah, for the Akil Thomas goal.
First goal from Akil Thomas,
Yeah.
the one in front. Yeah. So we kind of already knew Thomas and Connors were on the score sheet. Yep, you're getting absolutely you're getting the whole entire scoop right now, by the way. Don't do. And number 45, Jack Millar. Boys,
Yeah, you can hear it so clearly now. It's nice.
Yeah, you heard it cleanly as ever. And Cam's like, and they give the secondary assist to Jack Millar.
And that's something that like might
Very
go.
well, that's very well timed. Very well
Yeah.
by the Ontario Reign in that regard.
And that might be something that goes overlooked a little bit by like people, but now
Sure.
with us, we see that stuff, we hear that stuff, and it makes the experience of watching the game all the better.
Absolutely agree.
If you forgot again, 2-1. Second period.
Second period on the power play, Sammy Walker from Cameron Hebig and Ben McCartney at 5:59. Just, I mean, it's tipped in front, and then I mean,
you call that a greaser.
Yeah, that is a greaser, and that's a puck Portillo does need to stop. And then at 1938 in the second period, Reign. Here we go. Stretch pass by Portillo, Atu Yamson. Pass to who was that shot that? Please enlighten me, because this was assisted. Andre Lee shoots it. Rebounds.
I think it gets deflected by a Roadrunner.
Yep. Okay, you're correct on that one. Tucson deflection goes right back to Jammer, and he just jams it into the net, and the Reign regain a 3-2 lead in the third period. Owen Allard. Go right ahead and run that one back real quick. A few seconds, please. No, a few more. Yeah, shot from the point. I want to say this was redirected or there was a ton of traffic in front, but I remembered watching this goal back and I'm thinking like, yeah.
I think it was a deflection goal.
It was a deflection goal. Okay, there you go. Yeah, because Kevin Connaughton shot it. Okay.
Yeah.
You're right on cue there, Papa. And then the Reign get even. Akil Thomas turns. You may as well paint the Roadrunners jerseys orange. He turned them all into traffic cones. Like, I mean, absolutely sick. And then with 23 seconds left, net empty from a very sharp angle, formidable NHLer Kevin Rooney beats Portillo in the VH. And this game is overtime bound. And then in overtime, 51 seconds in, Claus is rolling to it. Shot. Yeah, scored. Sammy Walker, game over. Tucson wins. Reign do walk out of that with 1 point. I mean, if we want to be like really, really woo about it. But that is a game the Reign should not have squandered. Let's put it in short. Godin taking that penalty with a minute and a half left. It was a slash.
Really bad.
Stupid penalty. Stupid. There's no point. And then it was right after the penalty ended too. So I think it was was it 4-on-4 or 3-on-3 when this goal was scored?
I think it was 3-on-3 because the Godin penalty happened.
It was a whistle. It got a whistle. Okay.
Yeah. It was a 6-on-4.
Okay.
And then
no. I'm talking about the overtime goal.
Yeah. There was no penalty in OT.
Well, it could have been 4-on-4 if there was no whistle. That's why I'm saying that.
No, because there was a penalty and then Tucson scored, so then that brings Godin out of the box.
Oh, that's right. Okay. Yeah, 3-on-3. I forgot about that part.
We're a little bit rusty, guys. We haven't done highlights remote yet, so we are screen sharing on Zoom, which I can imagine is kind of laggy for Joe, so he can't really see the whole thing through. It's a little bit hard. We'll get there. Give us time. It's
not the easiest thing to do. Let's just say that.
We're gonna figure it out next episode. We got it. We got it.
Yeah, we will have it next episode. Game notes. I mean, this feels really nice to put in. I mean, Andrew Lord pretty much went after this. I mean, Collazo says here, not a great third period, pressing their own end. I think the Ontario Reign second period, I agree with Coach Andrew Lord on this, was sloppy. It was a mess.
Yeah, this game was sloppy.
Absolute mess. The Ontario Reign played a pretty good 30 minutes. Back half of the third period was pretty good until Godin committed the penalty. Blah, blah, blah. First period, electric. Second period, eh. First 10 minutes of the third, eh. And then the last 10 minutes of the third, and then overtime, it was pretty good. It was okay. So,
yeah, one thing that was interesting to me about this game was, I think when Doty got into the fight with Onyebuchi, obviously it keeps the 5-on-5. And most coaches, when especially like a fourth liner who's like a Jacob Doty, you know, Ryan Reeves or Matt Rempe, guys who just they're there to fight and protect.
yeah.
When it goes 5-on-5 still, and there's a guy in the box, usually coaches will just utilize the top three lines and just kind of neglect the fourth line a little bit. Not Lord. He completely mixed the lines. It was like Jared Wright was getting double shifts. Kenny Connors was getting double shifts. He completely changed the lines while Doty was in the box, and when he came back, it went back to normal.
Yeah. Certainly
Interesting to me.
I do not have your X up. I hope you do. Let's roll over the power play units that the Ontario Reign have in power play 1 and power play 2. Obviously, if y'all didn't know, it's going to be very different this year because no Fagimo, no Studnicka, no Riley Walsh. It was I mean, do you have the power play units?
I do. I posted it on Twitter. I will get it up right now.
Okay, we're gonna come back to that. Spotlight real fast. Cole Gutman. This, like when I said breaking down the Reign that this guy could fill the Jack Studnicka role really well. Right now, I'm looking like a genius because this guy is smooth.
He's got good hands and he's fast.
He's got, as Michael Bublé says, silky mitts. All right, let's get the power play units out.
This was at least the power play units for Friday's game. I don't know if they mixed some things up for Sunday's game. I thought I saw like Andre Lee on that power play 1 on Sunday night or Sunday afternoon, and Pinelli was on the power play 2 unit. I thought I saw that. I could be wrong. But anyway. Power play 1 unit, at least for Friday night, was Pinelli, Gutman, Godin, Hicketts, or Chromiak Hicketts. So 4
Hicketts,
4 forwards, 1 defenseman, and then the power play 2 unit was Yamson, Lee, Thomas, Ward, Bolduc.
Yeah, I think that's pretty good if you ask me.
Also,
I'm very okay with that. Very okay with those 2 power play units.
Yeah, especially if Chromiak can continue looking like Fagimo, which, you know, sneak peek to game 2, works very well. Get the puck to 8. Also, I don't think this should go unnoticed if you didn't realize it. 3 alternate captains this year. 1 captain, obviously, that's Joe Hicketts.
Yep.
Glenn Godin named an alternate. Congrats to him. He was not an alternate last year, so he deserves that.
Definitely.
Obviously.
And then Sunday, Andre Lee. Andre Lee had an A on Sunday.
No, he didn't. Did he really?
Yes, he did.
I didn't see that. Because on Friday it was Taylor Ward.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
4 alternate captains, I guess. I didn't know Andre Lee had a
really putting the alternate captains, huh? I mean, is this about to be some San Jose Sharks thing where they're going to have 5 alternate captains, or what's the move with that?
I didn't even know that. Oh, this is from last year, dude. The flicker's not updated. It's kind of whack.
That stinks. Anyways.
What else? Is there anything else in this game that you want to talk about? I mean, blew a lead. You know, I mean, you talked about that penalty from Godin just can't happen. I'm not going to harp on him too much, but
yeah.
But even though that they lost this game, there was some there were a lot of positives that came from this game.
Yes, certainly. Like, this was the team's first game together, and I'm thinking, I can't wait until we play Henderson this coming Friday. Sneak peek into this week if you didn't know the schedule already. I can't wait because The Reign now, at the time of recording this, have 4 days off. Imagine the bonding and the coming together of this team in the next 4 days that leads up to Henderson, then Colorado, then Abbotsford, then Henderson again at Lee's Family Forum. So everything all together, I'm excited. I'm very excited about this team.
Yeah, this team excites me too a little bit. I think that excitement is gonna really come out when we talk about this next game.
We sure will. I'm gonna do the Reign Rapid recap again because I wrote it. Let's get into Sunday's game. Meep. Time to run it back against Tucson in the opening frame. Kevin Rooney gets Tucson ahead early, but real deal Akil answers back on the doorstep, and we are tied at 1. In the middle frame, AHL All-Star Cameron Hebig puts Tucson back in front with his first of the year. But, captain, my captain, I'm not standing up on the chair. Joe Hicketts joins in on the fun and evens the game at 2. 9 minutes later, baby, no, Celine gets his first North American / professional goal on the breakaway, forehand, backhand, tell Jackson Stauber to close his legs. And the Ontario Reign take a 3-2 lead. And in the third, the cherry on top. Chromiak? Not Fagimo? Chromiak? Okay. He scores a Fagimo-esque goal on the power play. And unlike Friday, the Reign do close it out and quote unquote win the week because they got 3 of 4 points by the final of 4-2. There you go. First win for Andrew Lord out of the way. First win for the Ontario Reign out of the way. Awesome. No way to put it.
You ready, Joe?
Let's roll. Let's make this quick, too. All right. Kevin Rooney getting them on the board first. I mean, tic-tac-toe. This was absolutely just beautiful passing here from Daniil Boot and Sammy Walker. Puts Kevin Rooney right on the doorstep. And
Rooney got high sticked on the play too, and then went crashing to the boards, bro. That was like that was crazy. I don't think I've heard the arena more quiet.
Hopefully he's okay. Yeah, no, you could hear a pin drop with that thing.
Yeah, I didn't even know that the puck went in until like afterwards. I was like, what? I thought everyone was concerned for Rooney, which is weird because
and they didn't even really
be concerned for him. But then I was like, oh, they're quiet because the puck went in the net, and then a player got hurt.
And more quiet,
yeah. I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, not good. And then great shift by the fourth line here and throwing it in front. Akil Thomas kind of just gets his own rebound back and scores.
The fourth line.
Oh, it wasn't. Oh,
fourth line Akil Thomas.
My bad. Connors and immediately thought fourth line on that. I'm not gonna lie.
No, but like this is what we talked about earlier with the mixed shifts whenever there's someone in the box. I think that goal happened after the whole like Joe Hicketts debacle where it was like he got like embellished or whatnot. Like it might have been, I'm not sure, but something happened where they had to mix a line.
It was a cross check and the roughing. It was when everybody was pretty much stacked up in the box.
Yeah.
All the lines got thrown out of whack, and then Kenny Connors and Akil Thomas end up on the same line, and he feeds him for a goal. So, hey, I'm not complaining. Second period, 1 minute and 3 seconds in, Cole Gutman in the box for slashing for 2 minutes. I mean, just puck loose and goal. I don't even know what happened really, but Cameron Hebig was the first goal of the year. I mean, it just kind of gets jammed, and Tucson does a great job here swarming the net. And Cameron Hebig just sees, puck, increase. Puck, not covered. Puck, in net. Because poke, goal, done deal.
I know Cameron Hebig was an all-star, but I feel like he's always played really well against the Reign.
Yeah, I think he had 8 points and 5 goals against the Reign last year.
There you go.
It's something like that. It was like Sheldon Dries all over again. Ontario Reign getting even. Fourth line now we can get to talk about it. Lawrence and Doty on a rush, and Joe Hicketts plays trailer, gets into the high slot. Absolute snipe over the glove of Jackson Stauber, and the Reign even things up at 2 here.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
Yes, absolutely. And then turnover at the blue line. Odo Celine, full steam ahead. Burns Ben McCartney, forehand, backhand, 5-hole. Close them legs. Jackson Stauber. You've heard me say that too many times. Ontario Reign take a 3-2 lead. Great move by Celine. especially have a defenseman, you might see him in a shootout time and time again. If we get to like round 5 or something, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, part of Celine's like sexiness about his game as a defenseman is that he's not scared to join in on a rush.
I think
and
that's
we see it.
a theme amongst Reign defensemen, except for like Jack Millar. Every defenseman I've seen with the Reign so far have joined in on the rush at some point.
Yeah, but even more so, like I don't know. I don't really see Dvorak really do all that stuff. Like I don't see Kursanov do that. Although Celine plays a little more of like a Brent Clark style play. I'm not saying he's Brent Clark, but I'm saying he plays that kind of style of play where he'll join in on the rush and he's an offensive threat when he's around the puck.
Yes, absolutely agree. Third period on the power play. Glenn Gaudin pass back. I mean, great hold and then great hold up top by Joe Hicketts. Feeds it across and pretty much, I mean, gosh, I got to get Fagimo's name out of my head because he's not on this team anymore. Martin Chromiak, pretty much from his office, catches Jackson Stauber slides a little too far. He goes across Stauber, goes right across the eyes and right across the ice and right into the net. And the Reign take a 4-2 lead. They were able to hold it from there, and the Reign win by the final of 4-2.
Yeah, I don't even blame you for talking about Fagimo on that play because my first thought when that puck went in was, wow, that looked a lot like Samuel Fagimo from Martin Chromiak. So the fact that you tweeted on the Make Your Rain account, Fee-Fi Chromiak, and then you said it again for the burn or the Rain Rapid recap.
Yeah.
Like I had the same exact thought, and I'm sure that, the All-In members and the people who are at the arena often and watch a lot of Reign hockey.
Oh, absolutely.
They probably thought the same thing.
I mean, it's like the Reign have this voice. It's like
every single time.
I don't think the audio caught a single part of that, by the way. It was like...
It was like, no, what I was trying to say, I'm going to use my actual real voice here. It's like, oh, scary 1T, something the Ontario Reign do a ton. It doesn't have to necessarily be him. And like, not to put into fact, but like doing it the other way, where Hudon usually shot from, Atu Yamson got a few shots off from there, especially this weekend.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Rolling into the notes of this game. The Reign came out the 3 SLs. You can go right ahead and take that over.
Yeah, the first 3 words that came into my head, and I'm like, oh my gosh, this is perfect and also kind of clever from me, like, patting it back from me. 3 SLs, slow, sloppy, and sluggish. They looked terrible the first 10, 15 minutes of the game, and
then they got it together.
Yeah, and then Andrew Lord said that it was, I forgot the word he used. It was like it was poor, it was ugly, it was a terrible brand of hockey those first 10 minutes. Jesse Cohen was at the 2 games today, the former ESPN postgame radio host of the LA Kings. He asked Lord, he said it felt like the turning point was Akil Thomas's goal, and I would go even before that. I think their first power play of the game, they had 2 or 3 like really good chances. And I was like, you can build off that. That was a power play that I saw, and I was like, okay, you can build off that. And they did. So yeah, I would say that even before Akil Thomas's goal that turned the game around, quote unquote, that power play where they had a bunch of good opportunities, I think that was the turning point in the game and kind of got them rolling a little bit.
Absolutely. I mean, the power play is meant to get teams going at that rate, especially when you're the Tucson Roadrunners and you commit how many penalties?
9 infractions.
9 infractions and giving the Reign, let's see, how many power plays? 6 power plays. Yep. The Reign go 1 for 6 on the power play. Thank God they scored it at some point. Shots on goal in this game, I didn't want to bring up the first game because the Reign just got manhandled in the shot department. Reign get outshot 7-5 in the first period. Second period, they outshoot him 13-10. Third period, they outshoot him 9-4. Collazo's point still stands. They came out sluggish to start. I think they had 3 shots through the first 15 minutes, and then Akil Thomas goal counts this shot, and they had 1 more shot at the end of the period. 5 shots in the first period is pathetic.
Yeah, they also just had no control of the puck at all. They looked terrible. I thought, like, in my head, I'm like, they're a young team. How many times in college are you playing 2 games in 3 days? For these guys, I don't know. They just looked terrible the first 10 minutes, but then they turned it around.
Yeah, and then they turned it around, and next thing you know, they put up 4 goals and win a hockey game.
Yeah.
No complaining about that. Both games, we saw Eric Portillo between the pipes. We see him again in the pipes this game, and he puts up a way better game than he did before. 19 for 21. It's a save percentage of right around 900. It's close enough. So, yeah, in game one, he allowed 5 goals. I don't need to state myself anymore. And there are a couple of goals that I guarantee you he wants back.
Yeah, we kind of forgot to bring that up in game one. Portillo was understandably had some rust after playing. It's his first real game, regular season game, since his injury that happened back in what was it, December, January? It was sometime like middle of the year. Took him out for the entire season. And game 2, he bounced back. He looked really, really good. So that's a good, promising sign from Eric Portillo. And then one last thing that I want to touch on, let's see, have something else is, and we talked about it at the beginning of the pod. We're at about 31 minutes on my timer. We haven't even gotten into the weather report, and that's because there's no shortage of offense or skill on this team. There's a nice balance, and again, there's substance. There's so many young guys. Everybody who scored, you can talk, maybe except for Hickets, but like you can talk about them because people care about them in the Kings pipeline. Such a fun team, and even though that they lost game 1, they came away with the point in overtime, and they still look decently good. They can score, man. This team can score, and I think they are going to score at will. And after watching these 2 games, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this team compete for a Pacific Division title.
If this team continues to grow at the rate that we are seeing, they might run away with the Pacific Division. In my opinion, like this is a Reign team. So first of all, shout out to whoever it was on Facebook, because I was looking down at the Ontario Reign in opening nights. They've lost their last 3. They lost to San Diego 2 years ago.
I saw that same stat.
They lost pretty horrendously to San Jose, and then they lost in overtime to Tucson. So the last time they've won on opening night was 2020, 2022, 2023. That was when Rangers legend Lias Andersson was on the team, and he scored 31 goals or something down that line. But still, like, to put it in short, the Ontario Reign usually never win on opening night. I don't know what it is, but they usually never do. And now their bounce back game, second game of the year. I mean, the past 3 years, they've won all 3 of them. So it's props to that team for turning the page and being able to make that stuff happen.
It's kind of crazy. And again, we didn't touch on this. It was a weird vibe because the Roadrunners scored in the first 35 seconds of the game. And in my head, I was like, here we go again. Opening night, San Jose, 5-0 loss. Like, it's going to be a terrible night. No, that didn't end up happening.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, man. I'm a big fan of this team.
I could not get behind getting shut out on opening night again, much less 5-0. No. But still.
What about for you personally? What's it like watching a bunch of games? Because I think you went to almost every game last year outside of like missing 4 baseball games.
All but 3, I think.
So how is it just sitting at home watching Toyota Arena from the house? Is it weird?
Well, I don't leave my seat.
There you go.
I'm parked on either the couch or my monitor over there. I was on the couch and I had the game going on the TV this weekend. So, and I was just absolutely watching. I was trying to pick up everything. So one thing that's different with watching games on TV, can't see the whole ice, can't feel the crowd around you. But I've been to Toyota Arena enough where I could feel the crowd around me in certain situations. Yeah. Like when the Reign per se emptied the net, they didn't do that at all this weekend. Like you could feel that. When the Reign go on the power play and they can't score, you feel that. It's like, ugh.
Oh, yeah.
When the Reign go on a penalty kill and can't kill a penalty kill and give up a goal, we'll get to that soon. You feel that. Like there's this whole feeling. But I've been to 65, 70 Reign games in my lifetime. Like
yeah, probably more than that.
It might be, honestly, at this rate. Yeah. It all comes together when you feel hockey around you. You usually get the feeling. Anyways, moving on from that, let's get into the first of the season, the Reign weather report. I'll just take the 100%. It should be an absolute no-brainer. Real deal Akil Thomas. Absolutely magnificent this weekend. And I'm really hoping this guy does not get called up anytime soon because he's been a pleasure to watch down here so far.
It's so weird how sometimes like players who are so good in AHL, it just doesn't translate to the NHL. I think with more time, he can be a really good NHL player. Well, not really good, like a bottom six player. But it's like the baseball equivalent of a quadruple A guy.
Yep, that's where I'm ahead with that one.
Yeah, Akil Thomas is a literal AHL human highlight reel. He's so fun to watch.
If you remember from 2 years ago when he went spinorama top cheese on Dustin Wolf in overtime.
No, exactly.
Greatest goal I've ever seen, folks. As much as that Andre Lee goal leading to the Doty fight is going to be the number one regular season moment. Sorry, I don't give a rat's if it's game one. Thank God I got a bleep button now. I don't care if it's game one. That is the number one moment. Hands down, bar none.
Yeah, bar none.
Argue with a wall.
Yeah, I mean, Akil Thomas is so fun. I mean, selfishly, I'm glad he's back in the AHL because he is genuinely like
he's making one of around him.
Yeah, he's one of my favorite players to watch.
Keep him down here for like if the Kings need him, the Kings need him. So what? But keep him down here for like 2 months so that all the young guys can learn from this guy.
Yeah.
This is the NHL standard. And if you want to play in the National Hockey League, which I know he's got multiple other players with this guy's play style, Kenny Connors, Pinelli, Chromiak, I could go on. Follow this guy.
Yeah.
Follow this guy. Put in short. And then Andre Lee's the same thing. Not on the rain weather report. Andre Lee's the same thing. Caleb Lawrence. Follow this guy.
Yeah.
This guy made the NHL. The system works. Follow him. 50%. Who do you have?
There's a lot of options, man. There are a lot of options.
You can pick from here.
I'll go Kenny Connors.
I'm all right with that.
Andrew Lord had some high praise for this guy, and I will pull it up right now. This isn't the full quote, but it's like a summary of the quote that I posted on Twitter.
Those Twitter.
He said, for a first-year pro, he's extremely intelligent, awesome 200-foot hockey player. I'm really excited to see where his season goes. Sky's the limit. And I couldn't agree more. Kenny Connors is anchoring down that fourth line, and he's really, I mean, he's playing really well. You can see it on the ice. He's just a really smart player with an appetite to score. So, I mean, that's just the cherry on top. And I put him in my 3 Reign skaters who can get a call up this season to the NHL. He was John Hoven's wild card. And based on these first couple games so far, I think he can definitely do it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. We saw a little bit of it in the rookie face-off, especially. But Kenny Connors right now is as advertised. He's playing very good hockey. As much as the score sheet isn't showing it, he's playing very good hockey right now.
Oh yeah.
Also, I'm going to put a quote unquote 75% in for the rain weather report. I want to put Joe Hicketts in there just because he got first star on Sunday. Just
played good this weekend.
Yeah, he did play good this weekend. Played like a captain. 0%. No players taking this. It's Brad Schuler.
Yeah.
Anytime you give up 3 goals in 8 penalty kill attempts, just no. I don't care if you are facing the Edmonton Oilers, for God's sake. Now, granted, they're supposed to score on the power play almost every time because they do have McDavid and Draisaitl. But you're not facing McDavid and Draisaitl in the American Hockey League. Going 3 for 8 on the penalty kill. I don't know if he runs it. Whoever runs the penalty kill, I'm just using Brad Schuler here as the fall guy. You're getting the 0% because the PK was abysmal. And yes, I understand some of the goals were carried over by period. So usually the PKs that the Reign had that lasted in the period, like committed 5 minutes in and ended 7 minutes in, those penalty kills went decent. 2 of the 3 goals allowed on the penalty kill transferred over between periods. That needs to be stated because the Reign need to come out of the locker room with the penalty kill mentality when they are on it.
Yeah, you know it's a good weekend when a coach gets the
0%.
gets the 0%, and they lost the game, an overtime loss, but they still lost the game, and that's a testament to how
Good being played.
Yeah, exactly. And quite honestly, like these type of weekends last year, like we don't even have to think twice. Like Riley Walsh was a candidate just to get it, you know.
Damn, so. Still catching strays. Poor guy. Pew! Anyways,
like you said, 4 days off for the Reign.
4 days off for everybody. The next time the AHL has hockey is Friday, October 17th. That goes for everybody. No midweek games this week. Wow, so everybody gets a break. I think it's probably for calibration of the NHL rosters. That's my assumption. There's a lot of NHL going on this week. Just watch that for the love of God, please. Like, I mean, the Ducks home opener against Pittsburgh is Tuesday, and then they play Carolina. Like, I'm going to be watching that in the meantime while the Reign are over here having a great time. But when we look ahead to next weekend, Reign got 2 more home games, and then they set out on a 5-game road trip after this. They have 2 in Abbotsford, and I forget after that. They have, I think, 1 in Henderson and 2 in San Jose before they come back home. And then they play San Jose at home. I think I have that actually correct. But anyways, next week, next Friday, 7 p.m., they take on the Henderson Silver Knights. And Sunday at 3 p.m., they take on the defending Pacific Division champion Colorado Eagles at 3 p.m. Another TJ Tynan return game. Well, you'll get to see him. I won't. So, or I'll see him on TV.
You see him on TV.
Maybe. There's things going on with me right now.
You know what we gotta do? We gotta get you credentialed. I think we're at the point now where if we got like make it rain, like people know about us now, right? So it's like
one would think
make it rain credentials. Like I think Cam can make it happen. I'm just
Cam, if you're watching or hearing this, please.
I got his numbers. I'll call him up right now.
Oh, there you go. Done deal. Okay. Anyways, that's gonna wrap up episode 4, season 2 of the Make It Rain podcast. You know the drill from here on out. You can subscribe down below, or you can follow us on Spotify now. I forgot to say that last episode because yes, we are on Spotify now. Soon to be Apple Podcast. We'll figure that out eventually. Follow us on all socials at Make It Rain Pod. We're trying to get all the game day posts figured out. Call up, send downs. I'm working overtime trying to figure it out, folks. Y'all have a great week. We will see you next Monday. Enjoy the 2 games on the weekend. God bless and see ya.